welcome to episode 105 of Did You Bring the Hummus podcast. I'm Kimberly, your host, and I am super excited to be here with you today. Did You Bring the Hummus is a podcast for all things vegan. Episodes post every Monday on your favorite podcast app. Before we get started, I have one very important question for you. Did you bring the hummus? Do you love the podcast? Want to help me keep it going? Visit the Support the Podcast tab on my website to learn more. Join me on alternating Mondays and Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern for an hour of meditation. Sign-up options include individual sessions, a monthly subscription, or a 10-session package good for 6 months. I have joined forces with Jennifer Shlomovich of The Confident Vegan on a project called That Vegan Morning Show, which airs on YouTube every Monday at 7 a.m. Eastern. Join our mailing list and get a free recipe ebook of some of our favorites. Today, I am joined by Veena Birajadar, owner of Pure Vegan Cafe. Pure Vegan Cafe is a 100% plant-based restaurant in North Carolina with locations in Raleigh and Durham, with a focus on using high-quality, healthy ingredients to make great-tasting cold-pressed juices, smoothies, and 100% plant-based food. Veena is an IT professional turned restaurateur. I met Veena in person in December of 2024 when JP and I visited her Raleigh Cafe location. The food and the vibes were amazing, and Veena and her staff exuded joy while we chatted. Veena's passion for feeding people incredible vegan food came through then, and I think also quite obvious during our chat here. Hey Veena, welcome. I'm so glad you're here this morning.
Thank you so much, Kimberly. Thank you for having me over.
Yeah, this is, I'm so excited. I was so glad to get the chance to meet you when my husband and I checked out your cafe down there in North Carolina back in December, and we loved the food so much. But I love getting the chance to meet vegans who are, doing their activism in the way that works best for them, especially when they're serving amazing food.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Trying our best.
But before we get to talking about Pure Vegan Cafe, I'd love for you to share your vegan journey.
So I am from India, which most of the people know. We are predominantly vegetarian families over there. So I come from a vegetarian family. Firstly, yes, for the religious purposes and all that stuff. So when I came to US, it was a completely different world for me. So I didn't meet many vegetarians. So it was very, very difficult for me to begin with initially. And so I was like struggling and trying to see, are there similar people like me over here, and trying to find similar people, because traveling was difficult, parties was difficult, everywhere there's meat, meat, meat. But anyway, fast forward almost 17 years, and I started reading about all the food and everything. And then we had a family member who had some health issues, so fighting with cancer. So that's when we started reading more about foods, trying to see if anything that we can do to, survival was our only goal there. We were like looking for all the options. And that's when I read so much about food, and I read how that's curing multiple diseases. And so in 2020, I embarked upon the journey of having a vegan restaurant, because I met multiple people, heard a lot of stories. So it kind of hit me very close to started working on that. And here we are, 2025 now. This year will be 5-year-old.
Yeah, wow. What was it like deciding to start a restaurant in 2020?
So yeah, I actually was from IT, but I was in IT for 13 years. So, and it was, I didn't feel very happy about it. Like, I was doing it because you need to run the family, but I was not very happy with it. So it was a collective decision between my husband and I. It took almost 6 months to, make the decision to leave the job, because it was very difficult. And I am also a very, very avid gardener. I love to grow my own fruit and vegetable, which I was doing in our backyard. So I left, I think, 2 years before 2020. And for the 2 years, I grew my garden. I had 13 beds and fruits and vegetables. So it was a beautiful time, those 2 years. And that's when my husband suggested, he's like, why don't you just take it to top a little bit? And 2020, when people were getting more conscious about eating,
Hmm.
People realized, and I felt so, like a lot of, when I was talking to people, a lot of people like, oh my God, I don't want to eat meat. I'm trying to see if I can plant-based. So, all these things came together in that year. So I took the step to open a
Yeah,
restaurant.
that's amazing.
Mm.
For you specifically, though, like personally, how, after learning about how food does have the potential to remove dis-ease from our bodies, what made you go from vegetarian to vegan? Like, do you remember that moment where you were like, I'm not doing this anymore?
Yeah, so it was because I'm a vegetarian, it wasn't very difficult for me because I,
Hmm.
I meet a lot of our guests who are like, hardcore, they go cold turkey, like, right from eating meat to absolutely plant-based. So
Hmm.
for them, it's a little difficult. So for me, it wasn't big transition. I
Yeah.
love masala chai, switch to oatmeal, no difference.
Hmm.
Um, Ghee, I ignored. I mean, like it was not a big part of my food. So it wasn't very difficult. Vegetarians, it's not very difficult to transition.
Yeah.
But for a lot of meat eaters, it is. So
Hmm.
it's interesting when I'm talking to all the guests when they come and they tell me their stories. It's very interesting to see how they are doing it.
Yeah.
But for me, but per se, it wasn't very, very difficult.
Hmm. That's amazing. I was vegetarian for 14 years before I went vegan. And my problem was that I just couldn't stop eating cheese.
Yes. For me, the problem is when I'm traveling.
Mm.
It's very difficult, and I carry my food. So all my friends laugh at me. They're like, "Hey, you can just find a pizza or something." But I don't know. You won't believe I went to Peru for a hike.
Hmm.
Did the Machu Picchu. I carried food with me. It was a paid trip where they were supposed to take care of me, but I didn't trust. I said, "No, I'm going to take
Yeah.
that." So I carried. So it's gotten to me that much that I am taking care of myself. So I carry my food with me.
Hmm.
But I meet a lot of people now. They're like, "Oh, I'm 30 years vegan, 40 years vegan, 50
Yeah.
years vegan." I'm like, "Where were you when I came to US?"
Right?
I didn't find anyone. But it's interesting when I this it's been a beautiful, fun journey. This
Hmm.
so many people, so many stories. Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's got to be so fun when you're at the cafe and you're serving up this amazing food and getting to hear people's stories, how they found you, how they
Yeah.
decided to try out some vegan food. Um, Tell me about your menu. Like uh what's the focus with the menu and yeah, tell me about that, how you planned it all out.
So first, because like I said, I used to grow my vegetables and everything. I was like juicing and smoothing, very healthy eating, very healthy eating. So I was like, okay, that was the focus when I opened the restaurant. So the juices and smoothies and okay, here and there a burger and a fry. But then slowly I started realizing I have a lot of guests who are not in the frame of healthy eating. Like,
Hmm.
they want to eat vegan, but they don't always want to eat healthy. So that's like, okay, let's add more items. And I love to eat. So there is a mix and match of tons of items. I have a taco, I have a biryani, I have burger, I have like there's juices and smoothies, so it's a mix and match of a lot of things, but it's helping me now because we get a lot of guests who are like hardcore vegans or hardcore healthy eating people who want to eat that food, but I have a lot of transitioning people who want to still eat the meat or still want to eat the
Hmm.
fries, but they don't want to eat the real meat. So it's kind of helping me now. So the menu that we have is mostly based on my favorite food. And then it's kind of, whatever guests are kind of giving us feedback. Like our chicken 65, it was one guest who came from Boston 2 years ago in December. No, he came in November for Thanksgiving. And he's like, hey, you know what? It's been almost 18, 19 years. I haven't eaten the real meat. I ate chicken 65 long ago in some Indian restaurant, and I'm really craving for that. So I asked him, when is he coming back? And he said, for Christmas, I'll be back with my family. I said, okay, when you come in, please ask for chicken 65. And we had it ready for him. And
Ah.
it became a hit. So it's in our menu now.
Oh, neat. What is that? What is chicken 65?
It's small bites of chicken pieces mixed with a lot of Indian spices, and then we
Ooh.
deep fry it.
Oh, okay.
People love that.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, we go by customers' requests also.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I love the mix and I love that how you listen to to your customers. There's been so many restaurants, vegan restaurants that have come out and they've been successful, and then like you see their post on social media, we're sad to announce that we're closing on this day, that day, whatever. And I wonder how much maybe they were not listening. Um,
Yes,
you
I
know.
completely understand with them because we are in such a niche area. So yes, it took us 5 years. We were holding strong for us to grow, but we do have few days when, I would like sometimes like, oh my God, a regular restaurant runs pretty well, and we're in the niche market. What else can I do? So I completely understand where they are coming from,
Yeah.
because it's from meat to vegetarian to vegan. So we
Hmm.
we are like servicing very core clientele there.
Yeah. Are you finding that people who are coming in that aren't vegan, are they talking about like bird flu? Are they avoiding eggs, or like talking about things like that, that they're kind of feeling this fear and trying something different?
Uh, we get a mix. So a lot of people, I haven't heard about, no, not,
Okay.
no. But a
Okay.
lot of people are doing it for health reasons, or they are allergic to something, so
Hmm.
they come to us. I have two locations. The other location is in Durham, very close to Duke Hospital. We
Okay.
get a lot of guests coming from there. That conversation that I have over there is very interesting.
Mm.
Sometimes it's heartbreaking because we had a guest, his daughter was a cancer patient in the hospital, and he used to visit us, and I spoke to him multiple times. And one day I walked in, and my manager told me that guest just walked out. He came and told us daughter passed away. He just wanted to say bye to you, and he won't be coming anymore. So it's like, sometimes I feel, I don't want to boast about it, but sometimes I feel it's a service that we are
Mhm.
doing, being
Yeah.
there, um, trying to provide, like, whatever is possible. And guests can come, and a lot of variety that they can eat and see what helps them the best.
Hmm.
But uh, nobody's mentioned about
Okay.
fluorine
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, that wasn't a planned question. It was just something that kind of just came into my head. Like, I wonder if, because all I keep hearing about is the price of eggs, but I was curious if anyone was going, oh, maybe I should stop eating them.
Uh, I didn't pay attention to the egg pricing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yes, so a lot of guests are like, it's this, the allergies and health issues and all. We get those
Hmm.
guests coming.
Yeah. That's great that you're near a hospital. I'm in New Jersey, so I'm right near New York City. And in New York, the default option in the hospital is plant-based.
Oh,
And yeah, it's pretty
that's nice.
amazing. Their mayor is not a great dude overall, but that was something that he put in place, that if you want animals in your food, you have to add it on. You have to ask for it. It's not the default, which is so cool, right?
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's what my point is every time. And it's like, my husband's like, why? Why? Like he eats. So it's, I'm working on that. But then it's like, make it vegetarian. So like,
Mhm.
and then if you want to add meat, but I don't know. They don't understand what we are saying. We don't understand what they are saying. Probably
Yeah.
that thing. Oh, the fight is on.
Yeah, it
In my
is.
home. In my home. Yeah.
That's got to be difficult. I was lucky enough where, um, as soon as I moved in with my husband, I was vegetarian when I moved in with he was then my boyfriend. And he was really respectful. He didn't really cook either, so he wasn't like prepping, animal flesh and then like, oh, what do you mean you don't want me to do this here? So I was able to kind of be in an environment where if he was eating animals, like he was getting it brought in, he wasn't making it at home.
Right.
And then, he has since gone vegan, which is really nice.
That's
But
great.
yeah, but it did take a lot of like he had to see what I was doing. He had to ask me questions and come to it on his own, which is the only way anyone truly makes a lasting choice.
Exactly. Exactly. So
Yeah.
pushing and forcing is not going to work.
Right. Yeah. And I've interviewed a lot of people who are in that mixed household where maybe they're the only vegan or there's a couple vegans, but not everybody is. And a lot of them do kind of go, okay, I will make, if you're like the main cook, if the vegan's the main cook, like I'll make my dinner. And then if you want to add on, then
Yeah.
you take my dinner as your base and you can add on. Because, like, why would you make four different dinners?
Correct.
Nobody's
Correct.
got time for that or the
Yeah.
patience.
Yes. Yes. Very true. Very true.
Yeah. And so, from a business perspective, because you are celebrating 5 years, which is amazing because COVID happened in 2020 and so many places were shut down for longer than everybody thought. And so for you to start there and then come out of it, and now we're looking at 5 years, what are like some tips for any business owners who are listening that you have found have been really helpful to help you keep Pure Vegan going and serving your mission?
So our base was basically trying to stick to it. Like sometimes it used to be like very difficult on the bank, like, oh my God, we are not, this month has been very slow. It's trying a little difficult. So kind of adjusting, reducing people's hours. And I have been very hands-on. So tomorrow, if nobody's there in the restaurant, I can run it myself. So
Hmm.
that is very, very important. It took me about 2, 3 years to get out from the floor. So which helped me in a way because I'm fully trained. So
Hmm.
whatever, if somebody doesn't come, two people even don't come, I am on the floor, I know everything, each and everything. So that is very important for us as a business owner, maybe because we're in the niche market, so we have too much extra work to do. I
Hmm.
don't know about other businesses, but that's what I think is important, for you to know each and every inch of your business. So
Yeah.
that helps cutting down on costs somewhere, and be innovative. We try to come up with something every month. We have some different thing coming up because customer, they need variations. They, like, yes, we have the basic menu, but every month we have some other different item coming in, so that keeps the excitement going for everyone.
Hmm. Yeah.
um, and then we also have a monthly event going on now. We started. So I kind of tried doing the tea parties
Ooh.
in bursts, and people started liking it. So now in January, every month, last Sunday, we're doing tea parties, vegan tea parties. The first month was super hit. People loved it. We got almost 13 reservations, almost 35
Nice.
people. So it was great.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yes. So now we kept it as a permanent thing every end of every month.
Yeah.
So trying to be creative and coming up with ideas to keep ourselves afloat.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I love too, because when we think about our favorite restaurants or our favorite stores, it is those two things of knowing that your favorite item is likely to always be on the menu. So the base menu is like, okay, I know if I want this thing, my favorite nachos, your nachos were amazing. If I love the nachos, I know they'll be there. But then there's like, I could try something new if I'm feeling adventurous because there are these new things coming out. So you're so right. When I think about my favorite places, I do take comfort in knowing like, okay, I know my favorite thing will be there, but then also that there'll be something new and exciting to try.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, the new ideas helps a lot. And then because we have because I have, like, in India we have a lot of food which is basically vegan, so I try to introduce that, and a lot of our guests love it. So
Mm-hmm.
we had introduced rice bowls a year ago, just for fun, like, let's see, get the feedback and all that, and then we took it off. So many customers walked in asking just for the rice bowl, and they walked out. So when we said we didn't have it, so we were like,
Yeah.
okay, let's bring that in the menu. So I mean, because of that, also our menu has expanded because we make something special and people like it. So they request, and we have to keep it on the menu.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So again, it's fun experimenting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you love to cook, And then
Yes.
you love the excitement of somebody trying something new and loving it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you are you focused on kind of like reusing the same ingredients in a lot of different ways in dishes so that you're not increasing like your food costs and keeping that low so you don't have to have, every entree has different items so you're just full, like your kitchen is full back there, but you're not always necessarily going through everything.
I am a little notorious there. I, my walk-in is full. We try to keep the same as much as possible, but then I get bored. Like,
Mm,
you just don't want to use the same meat again. So that's why if you notice a burger, we have Beyond, we have Impossible, we have tikki that we make in-house, we have black bean burger.
mm,
So I'm just giving variations. And then
yeah.
okay, I'll stop at a point, but right now I'm able to manage in that, so
Hmm.
we're doing it because it's helping me come up with variations in the menu.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yes, I do have a little extra, I think.
I get it.
It helps. We have because and I keep experimenting. Like we some Mexican styles, Italian style, French style. So um, it needs a different basic ingredient. So
Hmm.
we have it. The pantry is full, walk-in is full.
Yeah.
Uh,
How do you get the word out about your two locations? Um, yeah.
so we are a little bit struggling on that area. So we are working with a PR agency. We just started with that, but then before that, it was all about uh, local, like no, local restaurant, like shops, like Harris Teeter, or there's a golf course next door nearby. Duke, I went and spoke to this. So it was all about getting in and directly talking to people.
Hmm.
Social media is one, talking to influencers, trying to get the word out, but we are still not there. We still get a lot of people in Raleigh who are like neighbors saying, "Oh, I live here for almost 5 years and I didn't know you guys existed."
Mm.
So we are trying our best. So I talk to them and say, "Hey, what can I do so that your
Yeah.
neighbors know about us?" So then they give us ideas. Because I'm on the floor a lot, I get to talk to people and get ideas from them.
Yeah.
I'm always open for ideas. So it's like, tell me what I can do.
Hmm. Right. I actually
It's,
found you guys on Happy Cow.
yes,
Yeah.
that we are there too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we
I'm
make,
not always pleased with Happy Cow, but it was easy in Raleigh for me to find options and it was easy for me to find you guys. So that was
uh,
nice. Yeah.
yeah, a lot of tech savvy guests have given us tons of ideas. So we kind
Hmm.
of are implementing that. Hey, go to Apple phone, do this and try. See, you should be, when customer walks in here, automatically your name pops up with looking for
Mm.
vegan. So a ton of things. So
Yeah.
as a business owner, you are the HR, finance, marketing, dishwasher, chef, everything. So
Right.
they're doing that.
Yeah. I think that's really key to what you had said before. And I think this applies to everyone who manages anything is if you are the manager or the owner of something and you don't know how certain things work or how to do a thing or where a thing is,
Right.
like your employees are going to be like, what?
She
Like the
doesn't.
respect level is just different.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Yeah. So they see me when I'm on the floor. I do everything. Like when I'm just there to see how things are, and then suddenly we get slammed, and dishes are like piled up. I go do the dishes. So
Hmm.
like they continue. I don't disturb them. They continue doing whatever they're doing, and I finish off what is the peripheral work. Try to talk to customers. So they see me how involved I am and how
Hmm.
passionate I am about my restaurant. So it
Yeah.
kind of trickles down to them too.
Hmm.
And
Absolutely.
and I see that. So
Yeah.
it's just the passion. That's it.
Yeah. Are all of your employees vegan or did have any come not being vegan and then they go vegan because they're just like, wow, this food's incredible and they learn about it and they do it?
They don't
Okay.
we get a lot of kids saying that, hey, I am vegan, I want to work here. So we have a couple of employees who are They
Hmm.
are working with us because they want to be in that environment. We
Yeah.
do have some employees who kind of are on the fence right now because they've been working with us and they see it and they're like, oh, it's tasty. The food is tasty. So
Yeah.
they try both. So I have a mix
Yeah.
coming there. But the team overall supports me in everything that nobody has ever insulted or anything. They love what we are doing. So
Hmm.
uh, nobody has ever insulted the food, which
Yeah.
we did get a few employees which where I had asked them to walk out.
Hmm.
We don't respect what we're doing here. There's
Right.
no place for you here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because the customers pick up on that stuff.
Yes,
And you don't
yeah,
want that. Yeah.
yes, yeah. And I make sure everybody tries at least 10 to 15 dishes. So when you're talking to the customer, like a lot of people are asking for suggestions and everything. So
Hmm.
you should know the food. You should know what you're suggesting to the guests.
Yeah. Yeah, super helpful. I've been that person many, many times out at a restaurant, at a cafe where I will ask,
Yes.
what's your favorite thing or what do you recommend? And sometimes people I'm with will be like, who cares what their favorite thing is? What if you guys don't like the same thing? And I'm like, I don't know. I can't decide. There's too many options on the menu, especially, when I'm in a vegan place and I can eat anything on the menu, which is the best thing in the
Yes.
world.
Yeah, we get
I
a
get
lot of
overwhelmed.
that. Yes, we get a lot of that. So that's what sometimes my team has to say, should we reduce the menu? Are we overwhelming the guests a lot? I'm like, sometimes we were kind of discussing, debating on that. Should we do that? But then again, I don't want to reduce the, you know, uh,
Hmm.
options for the guests.
Yeah,
So it's like the debate is on. I
right.
don't want to reduce them, but people do get overwhelmed when they walk in. So that's why
Yeah.
we kind of work with them, help them through to narrow down the items based
Hmm.
on your favorite, what you like.
Right. Yeah. 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 My overwhelm always comes not from thinking, oh my God, there's too many things on this menu, to being like, oh, I can eat everything on this menu.
I get that so many kids having allergies walk in.
Mm.
Once this girl, she had literally tears in her eyes
Oh,
because she could eat everything there, and I was so happy. That was like the best moment of my life. Like, oh, I'm so
yeah.
happy. She was like, Mom, I can eat everything over here. And then one time we had a guest in Durham. She was almost sitting in the restaurant for 4 hours eating one waffle. So I kind of went over. It's a big space, so I didn't care. Like, she was sitting,
Hmm.
but I just went to talk to her, like, is everything okay? Are you all right? She's like, I'm eating a waffle after 12 years.
Oh.
I'm enjoying it. I Nowhere can I get a vegan waffle, and this is gluten free too. So she's like, I'm enjoying every bite.
Oh.
So it's like I said, it sometimes it feels like we're doing a service. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's 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 a blessing.
Hmm. Food is food is so many things, right? It is cultural, it is emotional, it is connection.
Yes,
And yeah, when we live in a vegan and not a vegan world. And when we make that decision that someone else's life is more important than our taste buds, it does take away a lot of things that we used to enjoy.
right.
And now, the food has progressed so much, vegan food. There's so many things where now it's almost impossible to not find some version of whatever your favorite dish used to
Correct.
be. But yeah, to be like, oh, I haven't had this in so long, and then be able to have it brings up all this emotion, and it just it's incredible how meaningful food is in so
Yes,
many different ways.
yes, yes. Yeah, it's like a different look at it. Like, it's you're not just a restaurant owner now. It's like, you're helping the child, that other guest, something that they haven't enjoyed for so many years.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it, it's that, like I said, I'm really enjoying this journey. So many things, so much that I am getting from my customers. Like.
Yeah. Where do you feel like you have grown or changed the most since you opened the cafe?
I should say my patience level have gone up. Yeah, we I used to be so short-tempered, so short-tempered. Oh my God. But now I have learned a lot in this short span of 5 years. I
Yeah.
have learned so much, like from the customers, issues happening on the floor, customers coming up with complaints, or somebody being very happy. So there's a I don't have a word for that, but it's a ton of things that have happened over the 5 years, which has uh, made me so mentally strong
Hmm.
to control myself. And I have learned a lot
Yeah.
from the business. It's amazing how things have come together, and my entire learning process. I don't come from a business background. So coming from IT, or my mom used to have a business when I was little, and then I was working with her, and that training probably all combined.
Hmm.
Um, yes, I would say my patience level has increased tremendously.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And dealing with the public, you kind of,
yeah. It is difficult. It is.
yeah.
It's not easy.
Right. Yeah.
It's so many people, so many ideas, so many emotions. Uh, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a fun journey learning all that.
Yeah. That's amazing. I'm so moved by all of the different ways that we vegans show up and, put forth our message and our mission. And when there are people that need it, they need to be shown the violence, the graphic nature of where food comes from. But I think most of us don't need that. Most of us just need to understand there's a different way to do things. And I think one of the really powerful ways, even though veganism goes beyond just what we're eating, right? One of the most powerful ways is through food, because we do grow up, here in the US, the idea of being vegetarian for most people in the US, like that's not a word I'd even heard until I was, like 9 or 10 years old. And then so people just grow up thinking, well, this is just what we do, and there's not even a question about it. Or if you do question it, everyone around you is like, no, that's silly. Why would you? This is just how it is. This is our tradition. This is what we do. And then when someone shows you, hey, there's actually this other way we could do things, and you start to learn about eating differently, and you feel your values start to come in line. Like how many children and even adults do you hear, I'm an animal lover, I love animals, oh so sweet, and they like get crazy over a cat or a dog or a bunny, and they're like, but like you're eating them, so that's not loving.
Yeah.
But we can show them you don't have to eat them, you can actually love animals and eat a different way. And I think for some people it really blows their mind, and it's something they never knew was possible.
Yes, yeah. So when I came here, and now after like so many years, when I hear I'm vegetarian, I was vegetarian, I didn't know that there can be vegetarians in the US too.
Hmm.
So I thought it's only us in India. We are mostly, but the population was less then, back then probably. But now there are a lot of people who have been vegetarian, and they're raising kids who are vegetarian vegan.
Yeah.
So I completely get it. But then again, like I said, I don't want to force them. Maybe this is my thinking. I do get a lot of, I see like, why people showing violent videos, going protesting and all that. I mean, this is my way of
Hmm.
showing veganism. That is their way of showing.
Yeah.
I don't believe in forcing somebody to do something.
Hmm.
So I am here. You decide to embark on that journey. I'm there to help you.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to come behind you, force you, and show you pictures and videos and everything. But yes, when you say, I have a pet dog, I have a pet fish, I have a pet cat at home, how is that love different for them? And how is the love different for a chicken or a pig or a cow? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not getting that. I don't get
Hmm.
that. I don't understand that logic there. So I'm still trying to understand that.
Yeah. It's amazing what our minds can do, the way that we can separate things, and we see it among people too, right? The US has a history of slavery, and Germany with the Holocaust, like where people are able to kind of say they're not like me.
Yeah.
I can treat them differently. And I feel like that's where the speciesism comes in, where humans look at cows and pigs and chickens and they go, they're not like me. But they're also not cuddly, snuggling up in my bed the way the dog or the cat does. But that's here in the US. We know that there are other countries where people do consume dogs and they are raised in a way that is just as horrific as the way we raise animals here in the US. And so it's just that's like for me, I'm always trying to hear from someone like how I can get in there and say the thing that's going to make them go, "Oh, you're right. They are the same and they deserve that same love and
Yeah.
respect."
But I've noticed that population is very less, very,
Yeah.
very less. So I also lightly put it over there. Like, oh my God, they eat dog in that country. So I'm like, how is it different that you eating a pig and a cow here?
Mhm.
So, oh, but I haven't found anyone yet saying, oh yeah, probably I need to think about
Right.
that. But I do ask them that question. So, because
Yeah.
like I said, I'm still trying to figure that out. How is that love different for
Mhm.
this category of animals and this category of animals? So
Right.
I'm not getting that point there.
Yeah, me neither. But that's the great question, the way that you just put that. How is this love different?
Yeah.
I think if we can get people to take a minute and think about that, that could be that that question. Some people are like, "Oh, I heard this one thing or I read this one book or this one line and it changed everything for me." I think
Yeah.
that is one of those things where people are going to go, "Oh shit, it
Yeah.
isn't different.
Yeah.
I've got to make some changes." Yeah.
Yeah. Then this is another big argument over here. A lot of people come and say, oh, I eat only halal. So I was like,
Mhm.
what does halal mean? And I researched about that. But I was like, isn't that inhumane? Uh,
Yeah.
so it's a big ocean and it's a lot where people really it has to hit
Hmm.
them very close for them to realize. So till
Right.
then, it's a fight.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
But we're here for it, right?
Yes. Like I said, yeah, to each to his own. I'm here. Whenever you decide, I'm there.
Yeah.
Please come. Bring your friends. I tell everybody, all the customers. We do get a lot of guests who bring their meat eater friends.
Hmm.
So, and I make it a point to talk to them. They say, hey, they have never eaten vegan before. He's my friend. He eats meat and I'm vegan, but I've got my friend over and I want him to try. And I'm like, we try our best to work with
Hmm.
them. So like
Yeah.
we had a guest a few days ago and then I said, okay, here, try the chicken wing. And then he tried it a bit. I said, I'll give you a sample. Like, you don't have to buy it yet. Try it, taste it. And people love it. They're like, oh my
Hmm.
God, this is so good. You sure this is
Yeah.
not real chicken? And like, so that's how I tell them, yeah, see, you just have to come out of your comfort zone a little bit, give it a try.
Yeah.
So, and you never know. Maybe he might
Exactly.
have gone back to eating meat. Maybe he got converted. I don't know.
Right.
But it was nice of his friend to bring him there, and we all worked it through. He gave me looks. He's like, make sure you try him. Make sure you give him that. Make sure you. So from behind, he was pointing out to me, and
Hmm.
then I was trying to work with him on the front because he was facing me. So we do all sorts of drama. But yeah. It's fun. We get a lot of guests, and I make sure to hear from them after they finish eating
Hmm.
what they have to do. Some of them are like, it was okay. I probably may not um, continue eating it, but we do
Hmm.
get a lot of guests who are like, oh, this is good. Once in a while, I can try this food.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can think of countless times I've brought a friend to a vegan restaurant and they've eaten a dish and they've gone, if all vegan food tasted like this or was this good,
yeah,
I could be vegan.
yes,
And
yes,
now I'm like, it does. All
yes,
vegan food is good now. So
yeah, yeah. We get a lot of that. Oh my God, I didn't know the food tastes so good. So they're like, oh, whenever I started, it was like the food tasted like cardboard. It was not, it was flavorless and also. So I get it, but
Hmm.
give it a try. Try it out now. Even like now when I go out with my friends, it's a little difficult for me. There is like, there's one vegan dish or vegetarian dish in the menu that the chef has just thrown in with no flavors. Like it is
Hmm.
just for the heck of it. So I get irritated. I'm like, why did
Yeah.
you not consider us also as one of the guests? Maybe you might get only one vegan or two vegans, in a weekend in your restaurant, but we would love to have something tasty delicious. So
Hmm.
completely get it when they say that, hey, that doesn't taste good.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So many times I'm like, it's so difficult for me to find good vegan food.
Yeah. And it is tough. And I like to think that for the like when I was younger and I would be the only vegetarian in the group and my friends didn't care because we were in our 20s and they were concerned with other things. They were just like, oh, Kimberly will eat French fries and a salad, not a big
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
But like, and then sometimes we'd go to like a nice restaurant and it would be like, oh, we're all gonna split the bill. I'm like, I had French fries and a salad. And
Yeah.
sometimes a dry salad, depending like on what was in the dressing that they had.
Right.
And they're like, no, we're not splitting. And it would be so disappointing. Now, the people in my life, thankfully, if I'm like, hey, look, I can't eat here, or really my only options are salad and French fries, they will
Yeah.
go somewhere else.
Yes. Same here.
And
Same here.
yeah.
As now that I've grown with my friends, the same group over like last 10, 12 years, now they understand my things. So they make sure, hey, plan to go to these two restaurants, check out the menu, you see what you
Hmm.
like. If you don't think these two are okay, let's find another restaurant. So I get to
Exactly.
choose now.
And these restaurants that are thinking, I'll just throw this flavorless pasta primavera dish out there, they've got to realize that this is happening. So if
Yeah.
you're going out with five, six friends, even if you're just going out with one other friend, and
Oh,
you look at their menu and you're like, I can't eat here. I want to go somewhere else. We're going somewhere else. So this restaurant that thinks the vegans don't matter to their bottom line or to the like environment and the effort in the restaurant, we absolutely do because all those non-vegans who would have eaten there, they're
yeah.
going
The
where
whole,
they
yeah.
have options for
Right.
us too. And
Right.
I wish more restaurant owners realized that.
Yeah.
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 But
But yeah, now the scene looks a little better. So hopefully things, I have seen a lot of change, like from 2020 to 25. I have
mhm.
seen, like, the numbers are growing, people coming, bringing their friends who have, like, they're trying to show them that there is another option.
Yes.
So I'm seeing that now. And New Jersey, New York, LA, I've been following all these other restaurants who are like
Mhm.
beautiful restaurants who are serving all vegan food, kind of learning from that too. So I am working on a new project launching soon.
Ooh.
So fingers crossed.
Yes, very good. So we'll make sure that if that new project is available when this episode goes live, that we make sure that it's mentioned there. And if not, as soon as it is, we'll push this episode back out and be like, by the way, there's this new thing that Veena's working on, so come check it out. So we'll make sure people hear about it no matter when it happens.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Veena, I've got one more question for you.
Sure.
How does hummus show up in your life?
Ooh, I love hummus. I mean, first of all, because of the protein content of that, and you put everything, anything in it, and it tastes delicious.
Hmm.
So I love, my favorite is the bell pepper roasted tomato hummus. I love that, and I'm a big garlic fan. So roasted garlic.
So good.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh,
Do
very tasty.
do you have hummus options on your menu? And how do you, if
I
how do you use it?
So I don't have Mediterranean options yet on my menu. So right now we have Mexican, Indian, and American food, but I am working on a few things for the new project. which has a mix of a lot of, it's a multi-cuisine restaurant.
Oh, nice.
So we are working on the menu side by side while the location and all that work is going on. I'm surely going to have hummus in the menu. Yes.
I know some vegans are like, oh, I know, falafel wrap, hummus. It's like,
Oh,
but like, no,
no,
come
no,
on.
no,
When
no.
it's good, I
It's
can eat a
good.
falafel wrap daily,
Yes.
you
Oh,
know?
yeah, me too. I love falafel. I love falafel. So tasty.
Yeah. Oh, and with the right mix of like perfect hummus and the tahini sauce and then the salad, the Israeli salad. And I don't know. I think I
That's
might
my favorite go to any Mediterranean restaurant. Falafel wrap, the falafel
have.
pocket. We
Mm-hmm.
have one restaurant here in Morrisville, the best falafels in the area. Love
Ooh.
it. Yeah.
Next time I'm down that way, I'll make sure to check it out.
Please do. Yes, yes. Yeah, they're too good.
Yeah. Oh, so amazing. Veena, this conversation has been wonderful, and I'm so thankful for your honesty and just the beauty of your soul and the work that you're doing to make this world a kinder, more compassionate place. Thank you so, so much.
It's my honor talking to you, Kimberly. Thank you very much.
Welcome back. To connect with Veena, visit her website, purevegancafe.com. Follow her on Instagram and Facebook at Pure Vegan Cafe. I hope you found this episode helpful and inspiring. Please subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. And if you're loving it, please give Did You Bring the Hummus a 5-star rating and leave a review. It's an easy way to keep supporting the show. Be sure to share these episodes with your friends. If you're finding something good here, they will too. If you're a vegan or know a vegan who would be a great fit for the podcast, follow the Be a Guest link in the show notes. Fill out the quiz and I'll be in touch. Get on my mailing list and stay up to date on all things Did You Bring the Hummus. Get more information on how you can sign up for a meditation, one of my programs, or to support the podcast via the links in the show notes. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Did You Bring the Hummus, and visit my website, didyouBringTheHummus.com, for more information about me, updates on what I'm working on, new podcast episodes, and all things vegan. Finally, I would love to hear from you. What do you need help with? Is there a topic you want to hear covered on a future episode? DM me on Instagram or send me an email at info@didyouBringTheHummus.com. Thanks for listening.